Hey, this is Lauren with the Blue Eyed Girl, and this week I was inspired by Seahorses. I have really been needing to work on my lettering, and so I came up with this lettering hack that I am showing you now. You are going to need three things. You are going to need washi tape, and I have my big, huge box of washi tape, and I actually picked a color that I didn't care about for this practice. And then you are going to need to print out whatever words you want to write in calligraphy on a piece of paper. And then you're also going to need a soft-tipped pen. Mine's the Tombow 150. Something to think about when you're doing calligraphy is your downstrokes have more pressure, which makes the lines thicker, and then when you do your upstrokes, it has less pressure, which makes the lines thinner. Calligraphy is technically defined by a certain set of strokes and just doing one stroke at a time and then lifting your pen before moving on to the next stroke to make your letters and your words. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to make my words look pretty, and what I did was I just put my washi tape over the words I wanted to write over, and it's transparent. The only time I'm glad washi tape is transparent. And then what I did was I basically traced over the letters with my Tombow 150. I did practice thicker on the downstrokes, more pressure on the downstrokes and less pressure on the upstrokes. That way maybe someday I can do this freehand. But for now, this is a really good process that I like, and it allows me to have the pretty lettering, and it doesn't take me a lot of time, which I like. I like me some time savers. Every week before I officially film and do my spread and plan and get my life together for the week, I cut out my boxes and I do my sketches. I always have three solid colors for my boxes. This week I actually found a really cool gold foiled and like blue turquoise from my Secret Garden pad at Michael's that made me think of like an ocean thing. I don't know, when you like look at like coastal theme rooms or like coastal decorations, I feel like you see something like that, so that's why I picked it. And then I just did my two seahorse sketches for my actual weekly spread, and then I did my kind of a more, I don't know what you would call that, just the very liney seahorse for my top left hand of my Erin Condren to cover that kaleidoscope box. I think the kaleidoscope box is very pretty, but since each of my weeks has a theme to it, which I like doing, I definitely feel the need to cover it up with a sketch. So I finally broke down, technically only 3 weeks, but for me it's a long time. I finally broke down and I bought a double-sided sticky tape roller. This one's by Amazon Basics. It actually cost me $4.99. I thought I was buying a pack of 4, so it did not seem absurd at the time, but $4.99 for one thing, no, that's a lot. It just seems like a little bit too much, and I think there are some brands and products out there that are the same thing but cost less. And since it was so expensive, and honestly I only really needed it for my glitter header, that was my purpose, because what I was doing before was I was taking my Scotch double-sided tape, Scotch or Scott, I forget, double-sided tape, and cutting it in lengthwise twice so that I would have 3 thin strips that I could put down for my glitter header, and then just doing it that way. And it was a very arduous process and just took forever, so that's why I got this double-sided sticky roller thing, whatever it's called. And so I'm gonna just use it for the sticky headers. The glitter headers can't talk today. And that's what I'm doing. And then when I need a new one, I'll hopefully buy a cheaper one. But luckily this one has the perfect width of the thinner glitter header boxer things. Wow. Okay, I'm a middle school English teacher, and apparently I'm definitely in summer mode, because words are just, they're not easy today. And I've definitely done a couple voiceovers for this video because I'm either tongue-tied or I'm sprinting through my words, because I'm definitely a naturally fast talker. And I don't know, maybe because my overall routine and my procedures that I do for my videos and my weekly plan with me's is thrown off, I'm thrown off. Because normally what I do is I do my pre-plan, so I cut my stuff out, I do my sketches, and then I actually do my plan with me video, and then the day after that I do my editing, and then depending on what's going on, I might wait till like my boyfriend and my roommate are asleep, and then I do my voiceover because I don't have my own mic, so I use my boyfriend's gaming headset. or I wait till the next day and I just do it in the day like I am right now. But this weekend, we lost all power at my house because we have this huge crepe myrtle and it just snapped in half. I think the tree was rotting. I'm not really sure. I'm not a arborist, so I have no idea what really happened. But we have this huge 25-foot tall crepe myrtle that literally split in half while we're sitting in my house with my friends and family playing some board games, because that's how we roll. And it snapped in half and took over like half the yard. Like, it's still out there right now actually, and there's a film clip at the end of this video to show you kind of how much space it's taking up. And it took out our power line. Interesting enough, it took out the power line, but it didn't take out our Comcast, Xfinity, whatever line. So, which is funny, we're like, of all the lines you could have taken out, you could have taken out the Comcast, Xfinity. That's not that big a deal. But taking out our electricity line when it's 105 out where I live, yeah, no, that sucked. And so I am so grateful for my boyfriend. He knew what to do. He knew who to call. He was sassy molassy when people weren't giving him the answers he wanted, because it was a dangerous situation, because we had a live wire out in our backyard and the grass could have caught fire and it would have been a whole bad thing if anything caught fire. It just would have been more. And so he did that. He took the day off of work. He got the power line up. It was like 3 days. He got people to get the permit, and like, there's so many things that needed to happen to get our electricity line hooked back up and get the power back on our house. On top of it being 105, 106, and 107 over the 3 days that my boyfriend was dealing with this. And so I'm so grateful. I learned a lot. I would not have known what to do. And I'm so grateful for my family who let us stay with them in their nice air-conditioned house. And it was really great to have family time. I was surprised how much I missed my home though. And I was so happy to be back home and the air conditioned on. I was sitting on the couch as the SMUD people were hooking up the line again, and then they finally got the power back, and it was hilarious. My house sounded like a robot. The air conditioning fan turned on, both the big TVs in the different rooms beeped and made noises. You know, my printer started talking, the computer started talking, everything was making all these electricity noises or these digital noises, and it was really funny. And I texted my boyfriend, who was helping out his brother-in-law. I do some construction work because his brother-in-law really helped us with all of this stuff, and I texted him, we have power. It was like the best thing ever. And I mean, I definitely am surprised how reliant we are on electricity, but I also think it's because it was 107 degrees outside and I was sitting in a cooking house with no air conditioning, and that was not the bee's knees. And so I was just so happy to have electricity back and so grateful. Okay, so I'm going to jump off this voiceover for just a moment because I found this really cute voice clip between my boyfriend and I. These are the typical discussions we're having while I'm doing my filming, because while I'm filming, he's usually video gaming in the background. And so I always just detach the audio or mute the audio so you don't hear the clicking and then like the music they were playing, which is copyrighted. So here's this, and I'll be back in about a minute.
Lauren.
Well, honey.
I have food poisoning.
Oh no.
In the game right now.
Yeah.
And it's cool because it makes the guy go like cross-eyed every once in a while.
Realistic.
Yeah, like it makes it hard. Whoa.
Oh, like your vision, like in the game?
Yeah.
Well, that's trippy. I thought you meant like he looked like his actual face.
Yeah, no, like it makes the game hard to.
It's crazy. I always wonder how like do the video gaming codes and stuff so that it does that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to think how much work goes into making like those video games.
Oh yeah.
And like just the complexity of knowledge that you have to know to be able to like, because gamers don't type in binary, but they have to like do like the coding or whatever.
Yeah, but someone has to create the engine.
The engine? What do you mean by that?
The engine is like what allows you to not have to type in like binary, basically.
Oh, so I know this is like a movie reference, but like I was watching like a hacker movie, and she's like, well, or like I think it's actually Blind Spot, and they're like, why don't you type in Perl or something? Is that like the language, or is that like what you mean? Am I totally off?
The engine is like the platform that everything works off of.
Oh, okay. The thing that translates the code into binary or whatever?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I don't know why I try to understand this stuff. Hi, I'm back, which was like a minute for you, probably like 5 seconds for me, because I just literally scrolled over in my video editing thing and just did it again, didn't really take a break. Okay, so after I get all my boxes done, I do my to-do list dashboard, and so basically I just pick a piece of paper. This one's from the Constellations paper pad from Michaels. I've had this paper pad forever. I think I bought it when I first started the credential program last August, so in 2018. I had some brilliant idea for something, I don't know, I'm that type of person, and I haven't really used it, and so I'm trying to use it up, but a lot of this stuff is like, I don't really see how I'm gonna put this in my weekly spreads or what I'm gonna do. But this one, I think it's supposed to be a sunburst or a starburst or something, but it made me think of like sea urchins, or maybe like a spread out anemone, and I could, or maybe some sort of weird starfish. And so I liked it, and made me think of the ocean, and it went with my color theme, because I've noticed that I don't just do like seahorse theme or lemon theme or rose theme. I also do like a color theme, and so this one's definitely like more like the turquoisey the turquoise colors. And so what I do is I take down my dashboard, and then I find, this time I have a sticker from my Erin Condren book, because I got like the first time owner kit or whatever, first time Erin Condren kit, and then I did my lettering by hand, and as you can see, it's probably better than it has been, but still not the best. But I noticed when I was actually doing my write-outs and like writing down what I needed to do this week, it was not really in frame. But so here is the final product, kind of just like a slow skim through of how it looked, where I wrote stuff. So like for instance, my to-do list this week, I put it on 2 days because I didn't really care. And yeah, here is the final product for July 29th to August 4th. And I had a lot of fun making this video. Oh, and here is my tree. So yeah, it just went down and over my whole yard, and it was just crazy. But yeah, this is why I'm posting 4 days late, why I was hanging out at my family's house for 3 days, and just all that good stuff. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will probably be posting again shortly, and please like and subscribe to this video. It really helps.